Fuck that shit up, Quay. Shout out Yellow Beezy, shout out Gucci Man, shout out Quavo. Just crazy flow. Crazy flow, I'm back at it again. Started going broke, I'm back rapping again. Started singing more, I'm back rapping again. In my backpack, got them packs trapping again. Yeah, crazy flow, I'm back at it again. Started going broke, I'm back rapping again. Started singing more, I'm back rapping again. In the backpack, got them packs trapping again. Yeah, crazy flow.
Oh my God, what was
Damn,
that?
That's the police.
Nah, we on that next level.
Yo, speaking of next level, man, this is another episode of SpacePod TV.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I'm your host, Palien Vasion. We are with the one and only Crazy Flow is in the building.
What's up?
Yeah, y'all better let it be known. Crazy Flow.
Crazy flow.
What's good, man?
What's poppin', man?
Man, what you been up to, bro?
Shit, not much, bro. I've been working on my new project for like almost a year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, this shit's actually super crazy. I don't know. Working on my project for a year, the way that happens is like I created like I don't even know how many songs I got in my folder right now, but they just keep getting created, and I don't even know when to stop. So
man, never stop. Bro.
Eventually, we're gonna stop and pick out all the best ones or the ones we
right.
feel like are most impactful, and we're gonna create a project. You know
okay, yeah, I feel you.
And release another project. Because my first project was at 1822.
Yeah.
That shit was...
that was a classic in my opinion, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That was good shit.
Definitely a Fargo classic for sure.
Because, like, I don't know. I don't know if I ever heard. I knew you were dropping mixtapes, but, like, that was the first one that I actually, like, delved into and
That was
shit.
the first mixtape I've ever dropped.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be why, because I was like, damn, this is big shit.
That's the only one I've ever dropped, too.
Damn. All right. Well, that's a good way to start it off, man.
Yeah, so right now I got just my 1822 mixtape, and then I have, like, maybe 4, 5 singles out. But the 1822 mixtape is the story behind it is so crazy. Like right now, if you go on SoundCloud, you'll find I think there's like 5 or 6 tracks from 1822 only left on SoundCloud when originally there was like 13. But what happened was, so like when I first started like taking the music thing seriously, I decided to release a mixtape. Well, in my opinion, a mixtape at the time was just like, yo, I'm about to go on YouTube, I'm about to download these beats, I'm about to rap over them, and I'm about to release it on SoundCloud.
Right.
Well, then I realized after a while that wasn't the right way to do it, so then I had to go back on SoundCloud and delete like half the mixtape because they were just beats off YouTube.
Oh, right. So you just wanted to like hit it as legit as you could.
Right. And then it was cool though, cause like the songs were out there for a minute, so everybody was able to hear them and vibe to them, and I performed them at multiple shows, and then I was able to delete them because at the end of the day I can't keep them there forever because they're not technically mine.
No, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So
respecting the process, man. And you know, we all have that learning curve, but like it's cool that you actually did take them down and like just wanted your own OG original material up there.
Yeah. I just wanted, like, you know, if somebody was to look me up from a outside, you know, standpoint, I don't want them to look me up and then realize that half my mixtape is just like YouTube beats. You know what I mean?
Tag shit.
Which is, I mean, it wasn't even really a problem because I didn't make no profit off that music. You know, I didn't have it on any. 1822 is not on any platform but SoundCloud.
Right. What was some of the songs from that? Like, what was some of your favorite songs from that project? Or?
Well, my favorite was like my song "Raw," which I got a music video to that on YouTube. Just because it was like some of the realest shit I've ever talked about.
You mean
like,
this joint right here?
Yeah, that one right there. Almost like every line in this song right now, or in that song, is like almost 100% true. And when I say almost 100%, it's like it's like something might be emphasized just by a little bit, but it's almost like a straight up like history, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
And
yeah, I like that.
So that's why that's probably one of my favorites. But like one of the most poppin' ones were like like Icy.
Icy's up here,
that one-
Sosa,
I see all the
Bumba
time.
Clot.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit was popping.
Yeah, it's up here, man. It's
Yeah.
got some views and
all
everything.
those
man.
shits was popping, bro. 1822 was crazy. Like I would drive in traffic and I would have like, you know, like people in their cars like bumping the music like crazy, crazy. And I look out the window like what the fuck, and then I had people chanting 1822, and like they don't even know what 1822 means. Everyone's
Right.
out here just 1822. You
They
know what I
Right.
mean?
they representing.
Yeah, that shit was super dope. It was like, bro, it was a big shock because it was when I was just starting my music career.
Right.
So I didn't know what kind of, hey,
This one right here.
Hey, that's from Dubai. That shit goes so hard.
Just a little bit of this right here.
On the side.
SpacePod exclusive. Chilling with Crazy Flow.
Yeah.
You know what time it is.
Icy, icy, icy all the time.
Hey.
2020, but yeah, that shit goes hard.
Oh, I feel you on that, bro.
Yeah.
We about to throw a fucking
That
rap
song,
party
that
right
song
now.
right there was engineered by my man Jay Schwa.
Oh yeah, we know him. Shout out Jay Schwa,
you know
man.
Jay Schwa, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The OG
Yeah.
rappers know Jay Schwa. The young ones probably might not know him, or
Right.
they might know him from social media. But yeah, shout out Jay Schwa.
I seen him. I think I
Hell
seen him
yeah.
at your crib once, and he was mixing a record or some shit.
Yeah, he stayed with me for a little bit.
Okay.
When he first moved back to Fargo, I forgot where he was staying, but he stayed with me for a little bit, and he had a little studio set up. So that's when
Nice.
that song was created.
Now speaking of that place, that was at 1822,
That
right?
was 1822.
So-
So the meaning of it, yeah, 1822. The meaning of it was that was my address at the time.
Right,
That was the apartment number was 1822,
right.
and I decided to call it that because that particular place that I was living at the time, it was just super popping as far as anything you want to think about as far as pop. Like I'm like.
Well, I want to think about it. Let's think about it.
Nah, like the parties. I had parties every weekend. The craziest parties. I'm talking about like we were probably like going through like 6-7 bottles of Ciroc every Friday, every Saturday. But it wasn't just the parties. There was a lot of other stuff going on.
That's almost like networking too. And music was
up in and out of there. You know what I mean? It was
all about the music.
yeah, and a bunch of shit we
real.
can't talk about because
Hey yo, the
feds are watching.
like there is like a definite
Feel you on that.
positive to that type of shit though, cause like look at all the potential fans that are coming through your place all the time.
Oh yeah, and that's what
You
it
know?
was, bro. Like I was bumping my music all the time because when I first was releasing music, I was like, the response I got from it was so live and so crazy that like it put me on a whole nother like level of like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Is that kind of how where your name came from too? Then
oh, my name my older brother gave me the name when I was like 13 years old, which
I bet.
is when I first ever, I guess, was trying to like rap. You know what I'm saying?
See, I was wondering that too. I was like, when did you start rapping?
Yeah, like
13, okay.
13, 14 years old, I was probably starting to rap. But I wasn't good at the time. Nobody knew I was a rapper other than my older brother when I was that age. You know what I mean? The only rapper that was in our neighborhood at the time was one of your best homies, Alex the rapper. You know what I mean? At the time, he went by a different name. And
Yeah, he went by a few names.
yeah,
huh?
he went by, yeah, but at the time, he was the coldest. I'm talking about you walk up to Alex the rapper at any moment and be like, hey, rap about this guy. And he would just burn him. You know what I mean? And like the response he would get from people every time he would spit a cold freestyle or like diss somebody, it was just like, it was so lit. And I always wanted to have that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, whoa. And like low key, I don't know if Alex ever told you this, but my first ever like big come up as a rapper in life was when I rap battled Alex the rapper.
Oh shit.
wait a minute, what?
Oh shit.
No shit, huh?
Yeah, we and him rap battled at Burger King parking lot up in North Fargo. We had an audience.
That's a gangster move right there.
We had a big audience. All people from our school. We went to North. Shout out Northside.
Hey,
North
shout out
Side?
North Side.
10th Street. You know
We
what
all
I mean?
up
Those
here.
are my homies right there. The 10th Street Northside shit. That's what we on.
Feel you.
Yeah, shout out Northside. We was on the North Side. We battled. I won the battle. And then after that, it's like, oh, you beat Alex. Shit, you a rapper now. You know what I mean?
Right. You
It's
got
like-
the end right there.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like my
okay.
first ever stripe.
Got that cred
Shout
up,
out
you know.
Alex the rapper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's interesting where it all comes from, you know, how it comes to be. Because, like,
Yeah.
you know, even Palien's rap career and everything, like, you've been knowing each other since way back.
Yeah, I met Palien. I was sitting at a studio one time. I just got done with my studio session, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think I was just chilling, smoking some bud, and then I think Palien walked in and was like getting ready and setting up for his studio session and shit, and that's where we met each other. I think I probably kicked a freestyle too.
I think you did, yeah. I think you
remember,
did.
Yeah, I think I kicked a freestyle or something before I left, and then I left, and then Palien stayed, did his little music session.
Did his thug thizzle, got his music on. And
he was taking it serious back then.
Yeah.
I was just in the studio, just trapping, just being stupid. You know what I mean? Just.
No, I don't know. That's just my OCD, man. I'm always trying to do like the most perfection type shit, but sometimes that's not the way to go, man. Because sometimes that can slow you down. Like
it definitely,
you know?
I agree with that. I agree.
Because like you know what I mean, like it for a while there was taking me years to drop some shit, and then all of a sudden I drop a 15-track album,
right?
And then people are like, finally you dropped some shit.
Yeah.
It's
like, but I mean, look at where you've always gotten though.
Right.
You've always been like. At a level, even it's like stats wise and everything. You know what I mean? Like athletes have stats.
Right.
You know, like us rappers got stats.
It ain't the most games always.
we got a fucking card too in the back. We got some stats on there. You know what I mean? Like 19 songs, 13 hits. You know, like, I don't know.
I feel you, dude. I feel you, man.
Yeah.
I take that quality. I want quantity too, but quality. I just know when I met Palien, I was like, whoa. Yeah. Hold up. We got all this. Okay.
No, I definitely agree with that too now, which is why it's taken me almost a whole year, and I'm still not even like 100% satisfied on what I'm doing with my new mixtape.
Right.
I just know it's gonna drop in January 2020 because I just want to be like, ooh, it's a new year, it's 2020.
Right.
Boom.
Now,
Crazy Flow got a mixtape.
Right. Now, what do you think? Like, do you think there's gonna be a lot of artists just dropping crazy shit first of the year?
I mean, like
trying to.
That's that 2020 vision.
Are we talking about? Are we talking about worldwide or are we?
Yeah, like all over, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, worldwide definitely because it's 2020, bro.
Right.
So first of all, like every producer in the world is gonna try to like find that new wave. Every rapper is gonna try to find that new wave, and it's gonna come together, and there's gonna be a new wave, just like there always is.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be lit. And it's just gonna go stupid.
Yeah, it happens once in a lifetime. Literally.
If we're talking about locally in our city, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna try to drop stuff, but I'm gonna keep it 100%, 100. Can we do that?
Yeah, you can.
All right.
That's all we do around
I feel
here,
like
man.
I feel like in our city, there's so many people being nice and positive towards each other, which is great because that's what we need. So don't get this wrong when I say it. But at the end of the day, like I'm a true believer in rap and hip hop being like a competitive sport, right? Which is why when I first time coming up as a rapper and why I mentioned my first ever stripe was beating Alex the rapper in a rap battle was because that's what it was. It was a competition between one rapper and another rapper, and we decided that night who was better. I think in our city, there is a few of us that actually have that skill of a rapper.
Right.
A lot of them are garbage, bro.
Yeah, I feel
you know what I'm saying? And we don't gotta we don't gotta like name names and say who's garbage and who's not, because the people tell you that, and your fans tell you that, and whatever else tells you.
Oh yeah, if it's popular.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in any respect, if it's getting respect.
In general, like in our city, there's only a few that have that real rap skill. The rest of them are more just like trying to be a rapper, and which is great. And I'm not stopping anyone from trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, a lot of them don't have that real rap skill.
Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of people hitting me up all the time, and they're like, yo, can you help me do this? Help me do that? It's like, dude, I got my own life. Like, you need to learn how to do these things on your own if you're actually going to be taken serious. Like,
real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, some people, they don't know anything about it, and they're just like, yeah, I'm a rapper, I'm in it.
I'm not saying,
ready.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't ask for help or ask questions and stuff, but eventually, like, the only person that got you really is you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that is so 100% true because I started taking my rap shit serious about 2 years ago, right? And when I started taking this serious, my first like thought was like, okay, who's gonna help me? Who's gonna put me on? How do I get on these like little shows, right? Because at the time there was like an older generation of rappers out. It was like the Charlie Mizzas and the Who Done It, like Big Mike and them were on the Who Done It's and I don't really know else, like it was like Los Angeles crew or
that
like that. Like there was
way back in the day.
There was like a whole different crowd, and I was trying to be a rapper then and stuff like that, and I was like, how do I get on this thing? Oh, speaking of Big Mike and Who Done It, I actually rap battled Big Mike one time too.
Oh shit, I did not know that.
Yeah, I rap battled Big Mike too. That's how I just like, cause I was trying to like be a rapper at that time, but none of these people were like responding to my messages or anything. 'Cause, I mean, I didn't know how to come at it. I remember I would just message them and be like, "Hey, I'm a really good rapper," like just like straight up arrogant. I'm super good, and then I need your help. Just get me in the studio, and I got this. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't know how it worked, and they would never respond to me. So like when I decided to do the music and become a rapper myself, I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut out every middleman, as you can say. And not deal with the promoter and not deal with anybody trying to put me on. I'm like, I'm just going to do this myself.
That's what it takes right there.
You know what I mean? So,
and by any means.
Yeah. So I just got my money together and I just started putting on my own shows. You know, I started paying for my own venues and for stages and for lights and for DJs. And then I would hit people up like Palien and a few others. And I was like, hey, I'm trying to start this show shit. You know what I mean? I'm going to just put on our own shows. Remember when we had that meeting about Allen Park in that parking lot when we did a promo video?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like you, X3P was a part of it.
Shout out.
Brody. Yeah. Brody was there or something like that. And I was like, yo, we're trying to do these shows, and I don't know if it's going to turn out good or not. But this is what I'm doing. I'm putting on my own shows with my own money, and we're going to just rock out these crowds and create our own fan base.
Right.
And then that's what I did. So I started, like, I think the first show I ever did was at Geo's.
Yeah.
No, not
Downtown,
Geo's.
you mean on
Geo's.
Broadway, right?
It was the Nestor.
Oh, Nestor.
So the Nestor
what y'all know
closed.
about the Nestor?
Nasty Nestor.
The Nestor.
Oh, wow.
It was like the building was already closed down, but somehow we were able to get the very last. Like, we were the very last people in the Nestor to ever do anything.
Wow. Okay.
So that was around the same
just
time
take a minute for that.
Echo was there, right?
Yep, that's when we booked Echo. So there was like, he's not like super big, but he's like he's I don't know, decently big, I guess.
Right.
So we booked Echo, and we brought him to the Nestor, and we didn't know what was gonna go on. I didn't even know if we were doing it right or not. But next thing I know. And it was $15 at the door, too. So it was kind of like, it was risky. It was like, damn, do people, all right. People
I remember the Nestor. It had a bunch of standing room, big stage.
Yeah.
I remember that mixing board in the back.
It was a good spot. It just was unfortunate that it was the last time we could ever do anything there.
Feel you.
And then, what was I saying? Yeah, then we had a turnout of like over 200 kids at that show.
Yeah, that was nuts, dude.
It was fucking nuts, bro. And I was like, whoa. And then ever since then, I just kept putting on my own shows, and then slowly but surely, I was doing my own shows and getting booked left and right from everybody else. So I just put myself on. You know what I mean? I just put myself.
That's how you put yourself on, man.
Yeah.
That's a big move right there, because you don't got people out here, like, looking for the next big thing, because, like, you know, it's Fargo.
Yeah.
You know, we don't got A&Rs walking around looking for talent. You got to do it yourself.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. And especially when you put yourself out there, and you do all that, bro, like when you put all this money into yourself, but not even into yourself anymore. Once it comes to like doing shows, right? So I'm putting money behind these shows. When it comes to putting money behind these shows, I also say book other rappers, just like how I booked you or how I would book other rappers, right? So like at first everything was all good, right, Breeze?
Oh yeah.
This stuff was good. Everything was positive. I was getting all these rappers on shows. And not only was it wasn't just about getting them on shows. It was the fact that we were able to create a fan base, that we were getting 200, 300 people to come to our shows.
That's back when we first met.
Right.
Yeah.
So then when you get to that point, when somebody like me says, hey, I want you to come open up at this show, and there's going to be 200 kids there, that's a very big thing. Because like when I did my first 10 shows of my life, I think I performed in front of like 2-3 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how it is.
And a lot of people go through that. So like when I was giving people their first ever shows and they were sitting in front of 200-300 people, like they didn't even realize how big that was. You know what I'm saying? So now they create a fan base, they create everything. Potentially you can say because of the help that I gave them, right? And then sooner or later I just start hearing, oh, well, this rapper said this about you, crazy. This rapper said this about you. This rapper feels this way about you, right? So then that's when my whole thing kind of switched up a little bit. Like everybody knows there was a period in time where I was up on social media and I was talking about hottest rapper in Fargo this, hottest rapper in Fargo that. Fuck everybody else. woo, woo, woo.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing that because I wasn't trying to be a cocky, arrogant person saying like, oh, I got the best music out right now. My music is the most known. I have the most people come to my shows. Because not only were all those things facts, but that's not what I was going on. What I was going on was like, yo, I've stuck my neck out and risked money and risked time out of my life and everything. And I worked so hard to create a fan base. And then I've given that fan base and help to other people to get that same fan base. And not only that, I would give them so much advice on like, yo, this is what you can do to come up, this and that, this and that. And then it's like they backstab you, right? Because that's kind of how this city goes. It's really fucking weird. They'll come up to you in your face, and a lot of people are like this in Fargo, and it sucks. They'll come up to you in your face when they see you, and they'll give you all the gratitude and the congratulations. Right. And then you'll go home and find out that same person was talking mad shit. So it's like, damn, what the fuck am I really out here supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now I'm not even going to help no one because I'm over here helping you out of the goodness out of my heart because I'm trying to see all of us succeed. Because everybody says, hey, in Fargo, the only way we're going to succeed is by working together. Yep. Which would be great if everybody just kept it 100. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's tough to work with a team when you got you know what I'm saying? When you got somebody on the team looking out for the enemy. You know what I'm saying? What do they call that shit?
Like a double agent. Like a spy.
Like a spy, but like, what's that? What the fuck do they call them?
A mole?
Like a mole. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. Nothing is ever gonna go right if you got a mole on your team. No, and that almost goes the same as far as like all us rappers in Fargo. Like we're never gonna be able to all work together. Is if we show up to the meeting and act like we're all cool and then leave the meeting and say, you know what? I don't really like Palien. Right. I don't really fucking like him. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you're supposed to whack 'em all. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's just what I was on. I was just more angry that like, and I felt like backstabbed and I felt betrayed by people because I did so much and risked so much and put up so much money to help you initially. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was helping myself, but at the same time, I was eating with everyone though. I wasn't being stingy. You know what I mean? And then it just came back to just stab me in the back. So I was like, fuck that. So I started talking my shit, which I regret. You know what I'm saying? I do regret it because it gave me that image that I was just this arrogant dude. You know what I mean? In which I'm totally not. Like anybody that knows me, that's close to me, they know that like I'm super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like if I love you, if I respect you, if I'm loyal to you, like that shit goes all the way to the end. Right. You know what I mean? Like if you call yourself my friend and if I call you my friend, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. You know what I mean? And everybody knows that. And I just want to, like, get it that clear that, like, when I was talking all that shit, like, I wasn't trying to be arrogant or trying to say that I am the best artist out or whatever because that's not even true. I was just angry, I guess, because I helped a lot of people out and those same people came back and turned around and were talking shit, so.
Hey, you know what you were saying earlier about if we could all work together, it'd be fire. I think some people can work together. Not everybody can work together. Right. Dr. Dre will tell you that. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like you just keep your circle small, man.
Yeah, and that's what
you gotta do in this life.
See, I rock with my people like Blizzy North. Shout out Blizzy North. That's my day one brother. That's my also co-founder of Cash Fam. Me and him are Cash Fam together.
Y'all got a new song out too.
We got a bunch of new songs. I don't even know. Me and that guy have been recording together since we was fucking 16 years old.
What about this one right here, though? What about this one? It says Back at It. Y'all ever heard about this?
Oh, we did a remix. Shout out Yellow Beezy. That's that Yellow Beezy shit. I really
okay, yeah. We gonna let this run a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make music together, you know? Oh, yeah. Talk about it while this beat rolls.
Yeah, we've been making music forever. Like, me and him are so locked in, energy-wise. Like, it's like he's literally my brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've known him since, like, we was teenagers in high school. But back then, we weren't, like, really, like, I don't know, bro. Me and him in the studio, like, we can look at each other, hear the beat, and we just know exactly how we're gonna go at it. I know exactly how he's about to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would put hundreds and thousands of dollars behind this dude in a rap battle against anybody because I just know the way he raps. You know what I'm saying? So,
that beat go hard too.
That beat goes stupid hard.
That's what's up. That's called Back at It, featuring Blizzy North. Crazy flow.
Yeah, that's the Yellow Beezy. In the lyrics, I said, crazy flow, I'm back at it again. Started going broke, I'm back robbing again.
Had to do it.
Started singing more, I'm back rapping again. You know what I mean? And that was kind of just how I was feeling at the time when I made that song, because I've been in very different points in my life. I've been in points where I've been all the way to the top financially, got, you know what I'm saying, money. So like I don't even know what to do with it type shit.
Right.
And then I've been to the point where I'm completely at the bottom, where I got no money and I owe people money, and
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I've been through it all. So that song right there was more like something had happened in my life, which brought everything down.
Right.
Levels down. And it's because, not because of anything like spiritually or mentally, but what I was doing and what I do, whatever, every day, it was like I was living life too fast. That's the best way I can explain. I was living life too fast.
It has a tendency to catch up.
And something happened.
It just
something
does.
happened to me that forced me, I guess, to slow down. Right? It's like almost I had to. Right? So it's like, boom, and then when you gotta slow your life down like that, it gives you enough time to like play back everything you've been doing the last 2-3 years, and like,
Well, I guess almost like meditate.
yeah, you know, and I'm just like, holy shit, like I really been doing way too much. Like my lifestyle is like too rich.
wild.
It's too rich for what I really am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and it's almost like I'm trying to make my dream a reality too early.
Yeah, you're like forcing it or
I'm
something,
forcing
going against
it. You know
the
what I'm
flow.
saying? And
Yeah.
then like and that's just what you know the world is all
What
about.
we all wanted,
And it's-
you know, and
you can't
we're willing
force
to test the
nothing. You can't
limits to
force
see.
anything in life. Anything
Oh, yeah,
that you
that's-
ever force in life, it comes bouncing back at you.
Hey,
That's-
what you know about?
Yo, that's the
real.
law of attraction right there.
For
Like,
real.
it's not just attracting things; it's subtracting things too. Like,
It's
it's
yeah, bro.
everything's
That
got
shit's
its own
so
set of
crazy.
rules and their principles, meaning they're in place permanently. You can't change them.
Exactly.
You know, you can't change how the world works. Like, yeah, I'm gonna force it. It's gonna happen. No, that's not the principle of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I've struggled through that
It's
shit
like-
too, man.
It's like, it's like, the word manifestation. I know you're familiar with that a lot. You use that word a lot. You actually
Right.
explained what manifesting really was to me for the first time. I think we were like sitting outside at the curb of Ashley's
Oh.
Furniture or something like that.
He'll
Yeah,
tend to do
dude.
that.
Yeah.
He'll
And
tend to
then,
do that
I was
one.
like, oh, that's what it really means. And like, so I really took that, like, I
Yeah.
took that as like a moral in life. And I really believed it. You know what I mean? Even like when I first met my girl, like she would like say negative things maybe or something like that. And I would look at her and be like, nah. This is what you don't realize. Like,
Right.
you really just got to think that shit every day. And then one day it's just going to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like,
You see what you did, Palien?
Man.
and then, like, that's how my life really was, though, at the time. Like, or not even at the time, but for a long time. Like, I remember, like, when I was broke, I used to think every day, like, man, I
That's a
just
good
want
thing
to
that you
get
got.
my hands on, like, a big amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And, like
Like
not
ret-
even, like,
like
too
retirement
big.
money.
Not retirement. Like, I'm talking about, like, street retirement. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can post up for a minute. I'm up.
street retirement is like 20K. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it ain't
like,
much.
You get 20K on the street, you good for like a good like 5 months. It's depending on how you flip it or spend it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, man, I just need like a little 20K. Boom, boom. I don't know what happened, but boom, somehow like I got to that kind of money, right? And then I just started getting more money. Then I was like,
That's
man.
what's up.
Then I was like, I want to start making music. So I was like, boom. Then I made like 3 songs, put them on SoundCloud, and then somehow I met Yanni. Shout out to Yanni. Everybody knows the world famous Yanni.
Man, hell yeah.
Yo.
Fastest DJ in the world, but he ain't a fucking DJ no more.
Shout out,
damn it.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to the artist
And you know how
formerly
sad
known
that, you know
as
how
DJ
actually, you know
Yan.
that shit is sad as fuck because DJ Yanni was my official DJ, and I
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I felt so cool because I was like one of the only. Actually, I am the only rapper that was able to say that. I'm the only rapper that was able to say that shit. Like, oh, DJ Yanni is my official DJ.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were talking about how y'all came up together.
Yes, yeah, bro. And then like, yeah, so boom, I was like, man, I want to do this music shit. Boom, somehow I meet Yanni. I forgot even how I met him. I really forgot. But I know I had a meeting set up with him at a coffee shop downtown, Fargo, at 9 a.m. Now, like, when you tell me, hey, we waking up at 9 a.m. for a meeting, that's like, see, to me, I don't do that shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even have a job or nothing at the time. I was out there doing my own thing. I was living life
You thinking,
by
what?
my rules, right?
All right, DJ Yanni,
I sleep
what's
till
good?
1 o'clock every day. You know,
Man, hell
so
yeah.
when this dude was like, yeah, meet me at a coffee shop at 9 a.m. I was
Right.
like, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna show up, but yeah, we could set it up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, for some reason, something got me out of bed that morning to go have this damn meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I had this meeting with
Ambition.
I had the meeting with the kid, right? He laid out some shit to me like, look, if you give me this much money, we gonna do this, this, and this, and this. And then we gonna get these shows and we gonna make this happen. And I'm gonna get you a photo shoot and I need all the passwords to your Instagram and to your Facebook.
Real talk.
And I'm gonna go switch this up and I'm gonna fuck this up and I'm gonna clean up. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
right.
the fuck is this dude talking about, bro?
Right.
I was like,
The
this dude
industry shit.
I was like, this dude wants my money. He wants me to like open up an account that he could get into.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, but what the fuck you talking about? Like, I'm not just gonna make an account you can get into. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but here, I'll give you this money. We'll see what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And it just went from there. Next thing I know, I'm fucking doing some shows.
Mm-hmm.
I opened up for Demrick, which is another like, I don't even know what they call them. C-list celebrity, B-list. I don't know what's
Right.
the list. How do you even
A,
list
B,
somebody?
C. That's about it.
How do you listen? Like A-list is like millions. B-list is what?
A couple hundred
Couple
thousand,
hundred
maybe.
thousand.
Yeah.
C-list is like they getting like 1,000 a show or something.
Yeah, right.
So he like a C-list, right? So like, I opened up for Demrick, and my name just started buzzing because he was also in charge of my social media at the time. So he was like marketing it and promoting it, and I didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, there's moves to be made behind the scenes. Real talk.
I was just making music, because that's what I always wanted. I was just like, you know what? I would rather pay somebody to handle all my social media shit,
Right.
and I'm gonna just go to the studio, roll up a blunt, and make a song.
Yep.
You know what
Yep.
I mean? Like that's all I wanted to be in charge of.
That's what musicians. That's where we start.
And that's how it went down. But at the end of the day, I'm a businessman. I was a businessman first before a rapper. You
Right.
know what I mean? I came up on the streets with my homies. And that's another thing I want to also bring to attention real quick.
Bring to light.
So people are like, some people might listen to my music and be like, you know what? I don't think Sultan's music is real because he grew up in Fargo, and in Fargo, that's not really how life is like.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what I don't understand is what these people are really listening to in my lyrics. Like, are they actually listening to my lyrics or not? Because I'm not like, I don't rap about like how I'm a gang member affiliated or how I roll by and do drive-bys or
Right.
nothing crazy. I talk about just the hustler's life. You know, the street life is like, if you grew up and your family didn't have very much money, you know what I'm saying? Your mom and dad couldn't buy you a new pair of shoes when you wanted a new pair of shoes.
Right.
If you joined the basketball team, you got, you're on the
You
basketball
was lucky to
team
have those shoes
because of a fucking scholarship that the school gave you. You know what I'm saying? You grow up like that, and then your friends also grow up like that. So it's like,
How about that lunch
it
money?
all depends on a group of people.
know?
It don't matter what city you're in. It depends on the group of people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
right now, how can I explain it? If you go join a group of meth heads, right, that are addicted to drugs,
Right.
No, I'm just saying.
I
right?
feel you. Example.
I'm not saying I know a group of meth heads like that, but I'm just saying like I know a few people that have been addicted to drugs.
No, I feel you. I know some right now.
People that are addicted to drugs only socialize with other people that are addicted to drugs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
Now, we might be out here, or some people might be out here in Fargo living a great life, not ever doing anything scary or going through any physical damage or getting beat up or beating up someone or robbing someone, because they don't have to do that because of the support system they got.
Right.
You know, it's all about the support system. When you don't have a strong support system, you're going to grow up
You
a
got to
little bit
create your
differently.
own too.
So the way me and my boys grew up is we were like, oh, so we ain't got shit, so we're going to have to take everything we got. So me and my boys, we grew up robbing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were the plug at the time, and it could be anything. Like,
Don't let a group
you
of
could-
folks
you
around
could be
you,
at a
yeah.
party, and a girl hit us up like, hey, there's this dude here with a backpack. He got 2-3 ounces in his backpack, maybe some money in
Oh,
there.
that's common too.
Me and my homies roll up and we take your shit. That's what we did. And then, like, money wise, I did everything and anything I needed to make my money. You know what I mean? And it's always been that way. And then I had to take care of my own family and pay bills at my house as a 15, 16-year-old. I had to go get a job, go pay bills and all that. So my life wasn't as sweet as my next door neighbor's was.
Right.
Possibly. You know, my next door neighbor could have had an amazing life in Fargo, but I didn't. You know what I mean? So I rap about the stuff that I really struggled through and really came up with. Like, all my music like I said, it's like a 90 to 100% truth in all of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's just how it is. I just wanted to get that clear. I'm just so sick of people saying, "Oh, you live in Fargo, so you can't be rapping about that."
Hey, that's how it's supposed to be
Like,
as
bro,
far as keeping it real too. It's always 100.
That
like,
shit is so crazy,
because
bro.
people can pull cards on anything that's being said. Like,
yeah.
and if you live in it, then nothing can be said.
Nothing can be said, bro. And I really didn't even have to explain that. But it's just like I'm at a point in my career where I'm at a peak. I'm at this like little peak, and it's like balancing, right? And right now is when people are figuring you out. As we're coming up right now, me and you, that's when people are figuring out. They're figuring out, who are you? What are you about? What do you represent?
Yep.
Is your music real or is it not? You know what I'm saying?
I know you want to touch on that.
And after
so,
after they go through that, that's when they decide if they're gonna be a fan or not.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I'm at the point in my career where I might have to explain some shit, because if I don't explain it and get it clear, some people might decide to not be a fan. And I can't afford that. I need every fan I can get.
Yeah, I
You
feel
know what I'm
on
saying?
that.
I want every fan I can get.
especially out here in space,
I
man.
want anybody that went through the type of life I went through to be able to play my music and feel some type of way.
Yep.
And I don't want to miss
right.
one person. You know what I mean? I don't want to miss one because of bad judgment. Because I don't want to miss one person because he said, "Hey, I watched the last SpacePod interview when Wizardly Tote came on here, and they were talking about how Sutan and the security guards plotted an attack on me and all this shit, when none of that shit was true." So now somebody might get the wrong image and say, "Damn, Sutan's out here beefing with people on social media." You know what I'm saying? And now he going and knocking them out when he see him at the club. That's not even really how it happened. I don't even want to talk about that stinky ass dude either. Fucking Wizardly Toe. Fuck that nigga. And fuck that fat nigga that fucking be rolling with him, that lied his ass off. You know what he said in your interview? He said that he grabbed me through the gate, right? And he pulled me through the gate or some shit like that. And yada. Bro, he never touched me, because everybody know, or not everybody, but most people know, in public, you touch Crazy Flow, you about to get fucked up. Period. Because I got 20 niggas behind me that'll fuck, bro. That's not even possible. But even those 20 niggas I had behind me, I didn't even let them interfere whatsoever, because I already knew these niggas was pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That was over there at the aquarium you're talking about.
How it all started. He called me out for a rap battle out of nowhere. And this is the time. This is like when I was doing really good. I was getting paid for every show. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I was clouded a little bit.
Yep.
So I was like, yeah, you want to battle me? It's going to be $1,000, because one, it's definitely worth it. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my money's worth. Because at the end of the day, what if you beat me? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you beat me, I better get paid for that shit. I'm not finna take an L for free, first of all. Second of all, if you do beat me, you about to get a lot of fans, because all my fans are going to sit there and be like, damn, this guy was good enough to beat Crazy Flow. So now I'm going to become his fan.
You know who knows that? Floyd Money Mayweather.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So, but then they got mad because I was trying to charge them, and then they started calling me a bitch and yada, yada, yada else on Facebook.
Right.
Talking about, we're going to beat your ass, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I'm not going to talk on Facebook. I'm not going to say nothing to him. I didn't say nothing to him on Facebook. I just kept calling him stinky. And then next thing you know, I was performing at this EDM show. I forgot who the EDM act even was, but I was a hip-hop act for the EDM show.
That was like last fall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And then they came into the club, and I went up to them right away. Because, like, at the end of the day, I keep my shit 100. When you call me a bitch and shit, ain't no way I'm going to let you even sit around me for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Especially when you're calling me a bitch on social media or whatever. So they walk up. So I walked up to dude, and I was like, hey, look, I'm doing a show. I'm going to keep it professional, because I don't want to fuck up nobody's show. Because I've put money in the shows before, and I know how it feels for somebody to fuck your show up with a fight.
Right.
I lost thousands of dollars when I brought Kurt Cobain to town.
I remember that shit.
Because people decided to fight. So I know how that shit worked.
Real talk.
So I was like, I ain't gonna fight here. I was like, but this is what I'm gonna tell you though. You got one option. You gotta turn around and leave this damn club, because if you don't, I am gonna fight you here. You know what I mean? They turned around and left. The security guard didn't kick him out. He said the security guard kicked him out. Nobody kicked him out. They turned around and left. Or the security might have walked him out. I don't even really know how it happened, but they didn't get kicked out because of that. I told him to leave. He was already turning around leaving. Next thing I know, like an hour or two later, they went across the street and had some drinks. So you know how people get with the alcohol in them. They get a little bit mighty and tough.
Yeah.
They come walking back in the club. and he's walking like this now. You know what I mean? He got that little gangster walking.
Right.
And I'm sitting up again, I'm having my drink, and I'm like, man, I already knew he was about to be on some dumb shit. So I give my cup over to somebody else. He walk up, Wizardly Toke walk up, and he do something with his finger. He poked me in the chest with his finger as he tries to say something. I didn't even know what happened. All I know is he poked me in the chest. So I hit him. You know what I mean? I hit him a couple times. Boom, he went to the floor. He tried to get up from the floor. I didn't let him get up. Nobody was on top of him, no security, no nothing. Security came up, hey, what's going on? I was like, hey, just pick Buddy up, because he was on the floor. So the security guards came and grabbed me. Hey. I'm like, hey, no. I'm like, just pick Buddy up. I was trying to help him even after I knocked him out. I was like, pick Buddy up. And then, you know what I'm saying, we got to continue this show. And they picked him up, threw him outside or whatever, and then now they got this big thing that I plotted against him and that the security guard plotted. And then, like, when people say stuff like that about me, who are you to not believe him? You know what I'm saying? You're going to believe him, especially when you hear it out of his mouth first.
Yeah.
So then you're automatically going to be like even you, for example, you yourself, you're I would say you're a guy that's like all about positive messages and shit. You probably might have felt a certain way about me because you know me personally and we got some history together, right? So when Toke probably told you the story and said, oh yeah, this is what Sutan did or this is what Crazy Flow did, you probably might have thought like, damn, man, should I even fuck with Crazy Flow anymore? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because the shit Crazy Flow is about right now, that's not what I'm about. You know
No,
what
yeah,
I
I
mean?
feel you.
You're just saying where you hear
It
it
was a
first.
fucked up
It's like that's
situation,
why
bro.
we here, so you can tell your
It's a fucked up
angle of the
situation.
story.
And then on top of that,
Yeah,
okay,
man.
that was nothing. You know, I was like, I got past that.
Hey, did the show keep going or
The
no?
show, oh yeah, I did the show right after that.
okay, that's
yeah,
what's
I
up.
performed. They was salty about that, I heard. But
Right, I feel you.
I performed after that. Like I said, I keep it professional.
I was wondering.
You know what I mean?
about you got
I
to,
came there
man. Like
do
you
a
said, it
show.
was about that money.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do the show still. Boom, but that shit went by. Things started calming down a little bit, and then all of a sudden, one of the rappers that I would say is like a GOAT in the city, and I'll even say it right now, he's still a GOAT. You know what I mean? It's Charlie Mizza.
Yeah.
He was just on the show last weekend.
Shout out to Mr. Mizza.
Yeah, shout out to Mizza, bro. I respect his grind. I still, to this day, respect everything he's done. As far as, like, in this city.
I mean,
you know
really
what I mean?
putting in work. You know what I'm saying?
As
And
far
keeping
as,
it
like,
hella
really investing in
professional.
himself and going, you know, getting shit published and
Yep.
all that shit that
Yep.
a lot of us
Feel
haven't
you.
accomplished yet.
Right.
But, like, they came out with that cipher when they created that Dank Notes thing. They came out with their very first cipher. I'm listening to the cipher. I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean?
Oh, back in the spring.
Mind you, they got Wizardly Toke on this crew. You know what I mean? So it's like off the bat, it's already fishy. You know what I mean? So anyway, they do the cipher. I'm listening to the cipher. Everything's cool. Last verse, Charlie Mizza. First thing that comes out of his mouth was, yelling you the hottest in the city, we just laughing. That's the first thing that came out of his mouth in that verse, right? So now, and this is at that critical time where I'm out here on social media every day talking about hottest rapper in the city, right?
Right.
And I just happened to have beef with one of your crew members now. And you guys release a cipher and you mentioned that. Like,
Right.
who am I not to think you're subliminally talking about me? You
Right.
know? So before the beef even really got to a diss record on wax type shit, I DM'd Charlie Mizza myself personally. I was like, Lil Mizza. I was like, I don't
That's
even know
what's
really
up.
how I said it, but I was like, yo, I just seen the cipher. I feel like these and these lyrics are about me. Now, before I go stupid and really assuming that, I want to hear it out of your mouth. Is it about me or is it not? You know what I'm saying? And like, if it really wasn't about me, he would have responded in a way and would have been like, bro, like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? That shit ain't about you. I'm just rapping. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that wasn't his energy. His energy was more like cocky. It was more like laughing. You know what I'm saying? It was more like, oh, no, man. Like, that wasn't about you. But, I mean, if you feel some type of way, go ahead and strike. Or I don't even know how the fuck he really said it. I forgot. But it was something fucking like that. You know what I mean? So then that told me, like, okay, well, you know, he tested me or something. I don't even know. I responded in a way like, okay, well, obviously that shit was about me.
Right.
I'm like, so don't be surprised if you see a record come up. You know what I mean? So he was like, well, I'm not going to do no diss record, but...
Well, if you're taking it like a sport, right? If you think of it like basketball, right?
And
So there's some shit talking, and then you
like,
go back and forth.
Exactly, and I wasn't even angry. I just told him, like, hey, look, you just threw a shot, so I might throw a shot back. You know what I mean? And he was like, do what you got to do. And I was like, okay. So, and even further on, before I even put out the record, I even went to go asking some of his team members, like the manager Corey, and I think I hit up X3P at the time. I don't know.
Yeah, he was out there.
And I was like, hey, yo, is this about me or not? And they were all kind of just giving me the around, like, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? And I was like, what the fuck? So, boom, fuck it. So I put out the record. But now, this is what really told me that, one, he was talking about me in that subliminal, and that whatever. The minute I put out the first record, the dank notes, this or whatever, I put that one out. Not even 30 minutes later, Charlie Mizza posted his response. So that tells me you already had a diss record in the folder waiting for me. You know what I mean? So before this shit even happened, you already had a diss record prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, I'm going to just put it out there right now. Charlie Mizza did some great things, and he's a GOAT as far as what he's done and how much he's accomplished professional-wise.
Right.
But, like, rapper skills, like I was talking about earlier, I don't think he's really got them like that. You know what I'm saying? And if he does, I feel like they're very minimal. You know what I mean? So I already know off the bat you ain't making a diss record about me in 30 minutes, engineering it and putting it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, first of all, it just ain't happening. But so when it does happen, though, it's with real rappers like me. Because he put out that diss record, and then I put out a second diss record with the same exact beat that he did 45 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? And obviously that wasn't prepared because I didn't know what kind of beat he was using.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then that's how all that shit happened. So I want people to know on that case too, I wasn't the one that shot shots at Mizza first. He shot him at me first.
Well, I know you got some things to get off your chest, man.
He still
That's
to this day hasn't, like, I guess, admitted that subliminal was about me, but I know for damn sure it was about me. You know what I'm saying? So I just took it in a sport and we did it. And not only that, I think it was great for the
Yeah, I enjoyed the
I think it was
little
fucking
thing
great.
y'all had going
Yeah,
on.
people loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really did love it. Everybody was on it.
You know, when it comes to rap, that's how it goes down, man. I remember when Cannabis was battle rapping all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm just saying, like, I wish our city was more like that too, because, like, I love that we all support each other and that a lot of people support, like I said, rappers trying to become artists or whatever. But it's like, I kind of wish at the same time we had that energy where, like, if somebody was garbage, that everybody would just come out and say it. Be like, bro, you fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is in bigger cities and shit.
No, yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to a bigger city and you go up on stage and you perform and it's whack. That crowd is going to tell you it's fucking whack.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't really do that in Fargo.
In here,
They
no,
just
it
kinda-
won't. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all, like, trying to be positive and right now we can't even do that. If we were to, like, break everyone down right now and be like, all right, you suck, what would we really have? You know what I'm saying?
right.
We would have maybe a few rappers out here trying to do something. So it definitely helps to have all these other rappers. But
The underground will let you know.
they just
like,
gotta
we went out
work
to
harder.
Minneapolis.
We just gotta motivate them to work harder. I think maybe is what it is. You know, maybe or.
Hey, the underground was live. You know, like you said, they're gonna let you know. The people always determine what's hot,
You know,
regardless.
and it represents us at the same time, man. It's like people like Palien and people like me that have worked hard and put in so much money and actually put out, like, good quality music. It affects us in a way where when an outsider looks up Fargo rappers, for example,
Right.
if they end up running into, you know, the other, I don't even know how to put it in percentage. I would say 30% of us have the skills, 70% don't. If an outsider runs into that 70% rapper, like the 70% side, their first impression of us is like, bro, these guys are garbage. You know what I'm saying? And then that affects us because they're not even gonna give us a chance anymore.
No,
You know
I
what
feel
I'm
you on
saying?
that.
Like, that's just how I look at it. So I just wish it was more controlled almost in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, where if somebody really was that bad, we could just tell you, like, yo, you suck, and you wouldn't be a part of the scene.
Say you traveling around, right?
Right.
Like, what's the other crowds and cities that you've noticed? You know, how do they respond and react? And, you know, Are we pushing beyond the city? Or we?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
From my experience, I've had very good outcomes in different cities. You know what I'm saying? But I think, I don't know if it's because of my music. I can't sit here and tell you, oh, they love my music. Because I don't know if that's what it is. I think what it is.
But maybe the vibe was there.
Yeah, I think because I have a very like explosive, energetic performance, right?
Right.
And like, so I feel like any stage I've been on, like that energy just doesn't give people any other option but to just vibe with it and get down with it. At the end of the day, maybe they think my music fucking sucked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I definitely like. I feel
And
like,
still nodding their head? Nah,
yeah,
I don't know about
I don't
that.
know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You know, I don't know what people are really feeling, but all I know is anytime I go on the stage, I can really make a crowd have a good time and have a lot of fun.
So the response has been good.
Response has been always good. My last show I did was in Fergus Falls.
Yeah.
And that shit was literally fucking nuts, bro.
I've been trying to see what's going on in Fergus, man, because that's right down the street.
That shit was wild. And so much people were like, nah, bro, don't go to Fergus. The population is too small. It's a bunch of rednecks up there. They don't even listen to hip hop.
I don't know, but times change, right?
But I had to go with what my fans are telling me. Like, I've had so much people DM me from Fergus Falls, like, hey, man, we love your music out here. Everybody listens to it out here. You know what I mean? I had like over 10 people tell me the same thing. So I'm like, well, they can't be lying.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I was like, fuck it, let's try it. And you guys want to know what
try it. I feel
you guys want to know what my goal was of how many people to get at the Fergus Falls show?
50.
30 people. That was my goal.
Yeah,
you can ask anyone on
$10
my team. I was
a
like, bro,
head.
if we get 30 people here
For the love of the
that's
music.
cool. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe 10 of them will like us. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Maybe we can sell some merch or something. You know what I mean? Whatever.
I'm guessing it was more than that.
Oh my God, dude.
So Fergus was popping.
It was lit, bro. I still haven't even put out a recap video. We've been so damn busy.
Oh yeah.
Cause like I got crazy footage. Oh man. But anyway, like, yeah, I was actually late for that show. I got like the people at the show. They calling me. I'm on the highway in a cargo van because I'm fucking. Cause like you guys
on the way.
Okay, so I put on my own show. It's not. That sounds all cool, but it sucks to put on your own show because
There's a lot of connecting the dots and logistics.
I gotta go pick up the staging. I gotta go pick up the lights. I gotta go drive this. I gotta go run the errands. I gotta show up at the show. Bro, you literally gotta run errands before you can even pop up to your own show.
Oh, dude,
you know
I
what
know.
I'm saying?
The life of an independent musician.
Yeah,
bro.
it's straight up like
That's why we got respect for independence.
like, bro,
man.
I'm straight up the promoter, the stage manager, the fucking host, the rapper, the main event, everything. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is hard. That shit is not easy to do.
No.
So I was late for my Fergus Falls show because I had to come to the venue, set up the stage. Me and Cody had to build it ourselves.
Yeah.
Then we had to set up the music ourselves, which was the first time we've ever done that part. Like the speakers and the chords and the
amplifiers and
all that
everything like
bullshit.
that.
Like usually we just set up the stage and the lights, and then our DJ or whatever will come do that. But we didn't have it for this one, so we had to do all that.
Still gotta make it happen, right? The show must go on.
So I'm on the highway. I'm late.
Yeah.
I got people calling me like, "Bro, where you at?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm about to pull up."
Yeah.
I get around the corner, bro. There's a line going around the whole building at Fergus Falls.
What?
A line, bro.
Dude.
Like I never felt so famous in my life. And even after the show, bro, I had the whole fucking venue was lined up to take a picture with me.
Man, hell yeah.
It was so cool. I signed some titties.
Nice.
I
That's what you're supposed to do.
Bro.
You're supposed to do
That
that.
shit was stupid, bro.
Like you said, superstar status. So Fergus is popping.
Fergus was
I can't
popping.
get over that.
Fergus
like I'm gonna have to go
was
see what's
popping.
up.
I'm talking about I hit up the venue the next day, like, when can I book my next date? They told me, we cannot have you come back here. I said, why? Was there a problem? Did we have because there was no issue. So I was like, was there a problem? She said, no, there was no problem at all. Everything went great. I'm like, didn't you guys make a lot of money at the bar? She said, we made a lot of money at the bar. Because Fergus Falls is a small place. So that was the most money they seen probably like in a long time type shit. You know what I mean? And
So what was the issue? Or what was the reason?
They are not ready for that. That show was too big for them. The show was too big for them. They can only get 2 security guards to work on nights like those. And they said they need probably at least 6 if I did one again. And
Okay.
they don't have enough security guards there for me, so I
What?
can't even throw a show there anymore.
Nah,
That's crazy.
They gotta have like private security or something.
Yeah,
That's
I
two
try to
people.
work out
Shit.
everything I could. I was like, yo,
Well, yeah.
I'll bring my own security. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll pay the police department. Like
Yeah, right.
anything, you know what I mean?
Right.
Cause it was
Yeah, just to make the show happen.
yeah.
But
you know
I
what
mean, if they know that's out here, then maybe you can get something going again in the future.
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to low key finesse it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm thinking about having somebody else call in and just like acting super casual and be like, hey, we would like to rent your venue for a little dance party. And
Yeah.
hopefully they're like, sure. And then I'm just going to pop up.
Nah.
You know what I mean? They'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Yo, you got a mixtape? No, you got an album or a mixtape coming out?
It's going to be another mixtape. I'm not ready for an album yet.
All right.
I wanna,
So be on the lookout for that, y'all.
when I release an album,
real.
I want to be more, definitely on a higher level. You know what I'm saying? Is the status as music-wise.
Right.
Maybe even have like a record deal or something where the distribution can be big. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Distribution and promotion is key.
I don't think I'm gonna do an album unless like I independently become super big or I get signed to a record label where they can actually help me produce it and
Right.
distribute it worldwide and get it on radios and all that shit. I think until something major
I
like
feel
that
you.
happens in my life, I'm just gonna continue to do mixtapes and singles, you know what I'm saying, and just keep it lit, keep it alive, keep doing shows, keep. You know
Well, the
what I'm
shows
saying?
is, that's how you build that fan base. That's where the
yeah.
money's at.
That's
and
definitely how I built my.
that's what they
fan
looking
base.
for.
Yeah, if anybody out
know?
there wants to know like what was the major key in my career that gave me my fan base, it was definitely the shows.
The live show. They can never take that away from an artist. The live show. That's why Tech Nine does so well.
Yeah, one thing about
Ain't nobody gonna be Tech Nine.
I feel like I'm
know?
one of those artists. I feel like that if you don't like my music when you listen to it, you're definitely gonna like me after you come see a show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how it goes sometimes. Actually, a lot of the times too.
Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens a lot. I became fans of people just by seeing their shows for sure. Man, I can just imagine what people are gonna want from us if we get something major happening. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Right.
Like say you get signed in the near future, or I do, and we become fucking millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Or we're out here doing tours and shit like that. Oh my god! You know how much of these people that really don't even fucking like you are gonna
Yeah.
hit your lineup, bro?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Of course.
I
And
know.
tours are
God,
key.
bro.
Yeah.
Like when I was super active and doing a show like every fucking weekend and like trying to make big major moves, my shit was blown up, bro. Like I was meeting a new rapper in Fargo every fucking day.
You must
Yeah.
have had some new cousins.
Yeah, I was meeting a
Nah.
new rapper every day, bro. Hey man, I'm a big fucking fan of you. I got fans every day. And then all of a sudden, when I seen all the sneaky shit going on, I took a little, I paused and I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna just go
Breathe.
get a studio. I'm
Take a
gonna
breath.
learn how to engineer my own music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing I've been doing for a long time is learning how to engineer my own music.
Yo, let's touch on that, man. Like, how long you been? I know you been artist for a minute. So, like, how long you been trying to do the engineering thing?
Shit.
Just like getting into it. It's a whole nother world.
It's
man.
like it's been like a little bit now. I first got my studio in the house in my Moorhead house. I had a house in Moorhead.
Yeah.
That was in the wintertime. That was last winter.
Mm-hmm.
That was fuck man. I don't even know when.
So that was getting into it.
I've had a studio for like less than a year. I've had a studio for about 8 months, maybe 9 months.
Yeah, and we're talking like your own personal studio. It's
my
not
own
like you ain't been in the
personal
studio.
Yeah,
We're
no,
talking
my
about-
own personal home
Yeah.
studio. Because
That's where it's at,
Before
though,
that,
right?
I was going to Low Cash Studios for everything I ever did. Shout out Low Cash Studios.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out.
Lokesh.
Yo, but that's where it's at to have your own joint because you can like catch your own vibes.
Oh man, it's
I
a
mean, just all
whole
day.
different
Yeah.
world.
And you can
bro.
also sit in there for 7 hours and not worry about nobody telling you.
17 hours.
Yeah, that
bro.
too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
A bottle of Henny and some Joe, you in that bitch all fucking night, bro.
And
Yeah.
really say what you gotta say
For
on the
real.
mic.
And
So
you can
I mean,
work
that's
on,
what it's that's
you
what's
can
real.
work on one bar for 3 hours. if
You
want
could.
to.
You could.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that
Mhm.
at the Low Cash Studio. You gotta
No.
cough up $30 an hour.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's how it is in working studios. But when you got your own, that's why
Yeah.
it's so key to have your own personal studio.
Yeah, man. So I got my
glad
own
to hear you
personal
got yours.
shit. And then
Yeah.
I got it hooked up by a homie in Grand Forks. He another rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He hooked me up with
Shit.
the
That's what's up.
program and shit. And then he had some super dope presets and templates. Gave them over to me. Showed me how to use them. You know what I mean? Gave me basically the little rundown on basic engineering.
Hey, you having fun with that though?
And man, it's so much fun. Like,
Hey, that's what's up. Cause that's my life too.
yeah, it's so much fun, bro. I love that shit. Like, I was having so much fun engineering that I didn't make a song one time for like almost 3 months, and I didn't even realize it. Like, I was just engineering people, you know. I even got my little brother to make a few rap songs and shit.
See,
Yeah.
And I
cause
was fucking.
oh my god.
I was just engineering the shit. I was like, call me DJ Khaled, bro. I was on a whole nother level, bro. And then but I started to like really perfect it, and now I got like a super comfortable sound that I love, and you know,
And it's the thing about it too. It's creating. It's art in itself.
Yeah,
it's art form. Like just as much as rapping, just as much as making
it
beats.
makes it so much more. It makes it so much more
You know?
like valuable to myself too. Like, I used to love my music before too, but it like, I don't know. There's just a whole
feel you on
different
that, though.
feeling of like
Yeah.
going. Okay, I used to go to a studio for 2 hours, pay $60, $70, rap real quick, get out, listen to the song. Felt great, right? Because it's like, damn, I just created this in my head an hour ago, and now it's real. But going from that, and then you go from creating a song and then recording it yourself, engineering it yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Mixing it down yourself.
You got more touches on it.
It's
it
like,
means
and then
more.
when you got that final song and you sit down and listen to it, you like, God damn. It's like, it's not just me rapping. The song ain't just a hit, but goddamn, I engineered this bitch too. You know what I mean? Like, the quality is, like, I got man, it just feels super cool. It feels great. I'm blessed, bro.
I feel you on that. I feel you because, you know, that's the artistry of it. And it's cool to see it shining through people.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really am. I went in, you know, I went to jail for a little bit not too long ago. And that shit was so crazy, bro, because something about living like a crazy lifestyle for so many years, and then all of a sudden you're in a fucking jail cell no bigger than
box.
yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fucking 3/4 the size of this jail cell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you take a shit in the same toilet that you know, drink water out of. You know, the fountain on top of the same toilet you shitting on.
Yeah.
And that shit was just like, man, I just felt so blessed to be able to just even create music or create
I feel you.
something.
Because that's
you know
that's
what
no
I'm saying?
environment for a creative person, let
No.
alone a human being.
No, like, okay,
You know what I mean?
when I was in there, bro, I'm telling you, it wasn't even the fact that I was in jail. It was the fact that it was like, yo, I got way too much shit that I could be doing for this world. You know what I mean? I got way too much to talk about.
Too
I got
much to
way
say, too much to do.
I got way too
You
much
know?
moves to make to even be spending a minute in this motherfucker.
That's
bro.
what's real.
Right.
You know what
That's
I'm
how
saying?
Dre felt. That's how Pac felt. I mean, you imagine being that creative and locked up for that amount of time.
Oh yeah, that shit really fucks with you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Even as an artist, here,
Nobody
you know
needs
what I'm
that
saying,
shit.
bro. It really does. Like,
Hey, feel you on that.
bro, it's even to the point where I second guess my lyrics now about what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, to a point where, like, before I got locked up, I would be careless to go on the mic and be like, I'll run up on your click, shoot, bang with a hit, down with a stick, little bitch, suck a dick. You know what I'm saying? I'll carelessly, you know what I'm saying? But
Say
now,
anything, yeah.
But now when I say that, I think twice, like, do I really mean that? Is that really what I want to leave out here just in case I do end up in a hole again? You know what I'm saying? Or in case, like, whatever, you know, anything happens, in case I die tomorrow. Is this
Right.
the last song I want to put out?
Yeah.
Where I'm talking about roll up on your click with a stick, make a bitch suck a dick. You know what I mean? Do I really want to talk about that
Right.
Hey,
anymore? You know what I mean?
I feel you. At the same time, you know, in the same, you know, coin, it's like you got to say what you feel.
Yeah.
And so, like, as long as you're doing other songs, like we was talking about Pac. Okay, he did keep your head up, so why can't he do I Don't Give a Fuck?
Right. And I do both.
You know what I
and
mean?
that's what I'm gonna do in this new mixtape. This new mixtape,
All right.
bro, is like, I got your original crazy flow, like straight up bangers. You know what I'm saying? The hooks with the that shit that make you just go stupid. I got that
Yeah.
crazy flow shit in there. I got like 4 or 5 of those in there, right? I got some, and a few of those are produced by multi-platinum producer Iceberg. Shout out
Yeah.
Iceberg.
Shout out.
Iceberg in the building.
Living in LA right now. He
there you go.
signed his record deal. You know what I'm saying? Big motivation, man. This guy came and visited my studio a week before he moved out to LA.
Hell yeah.
And me and him really got to vibe and kick it. So
That's what it's all about, that motivation,
yeah,
too.
so on the mixtape, I got a few songs produced by Iceberg. And if you don't know, he's the producer that produced "Pop Out" by Polo G. I pop out at your party. That song, he produced that song. So that's who Iceberg is. I got some songs on the mixtape produced by him. Those are like the bangers. And then I got a few songs on there that are some just straight up pain. You know what I mean? Like just the pain in my life. You can hear it in my voice in those lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some of those. And then I got I got songs on there like they literally were how I felt that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I was happy that day, it was a banger, turn up shit. If I was like in a depressed stage that day, you're gonna hear it in that song. I got a song in there. I got a song called 8 Rounds. And that shit is like, it's almost like a depressing vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really about those kind of songs. But this one right here is, it's definitely my view of being depressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a lot of people are going through that kind of thing, so they might be able to relate to the message.
Yeah, and I'm not depressed.
No matter what.
I'm not depressed, but I was in a depressed mindset that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got emotions depending on the day. That's the type of person I am. I'm not the type of person like, my life is great. I'm happy now, so I'm gonna be happy for this long. Like, I'm happy today, or I'm depressed today, or
I don't even know if anybody can really do that. Maybe they put on a front.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'm just like, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go fight today. I don't even know. You know.
So you got different vibes. You got the bangers.
Yeah.
You got like the.
I got different personalities.
Dark,
bro.
ambient.
I don't even want to talk about that because I don't want to sound like a weirdo and shit.
No, but I'm just saying as far as the music goes. You know what I'm saying? So you got a little something for everybody.
Bro, just me in general, bro. I got different names for these motherfuckers.
You gotta have at least one love song. That's what the record label say.
I do got a love song.
Yeah, well, at least one.
I don't got a love
Ladies
song.
love
I don't got a love song.
But I got,
maybe it's a making love song.
I got like a pop song that's like about girls. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and it's that Afro dance hall beat.
Oh yeah, that reggaeton,
okay. Like that African kind of shit.
Yeah, reggaeton style.
Yeah, like that. They call it dance hall.
Oh, dance hall.
And I'm really proud of this song. I purchased the beat too, so it's like all originally mine now. I purchased the beat and engineered it myself.
Way to do it right there.
And the vibe is super, bro. Like this is that song. Like out of every song I've recorded, like in the last year, that's that one song that I feel like is like that my hit. You know what I'm saying? Like when people say, "Oh, I got that one."
Okay.
I believe that's that one, and like I'll release that. When I release my mixtape, it's also gonna come with like 3 or 4 music videos for like the songs, songs off that.
Gotta do that.
And that's when that song is gonna be, because I'm gonna release that song before I release my mixtape. So I'm gonna release.
Yeah, hit them with the
single. With the music video. But it's getting hard to get that music video together because I'm trying to find like real, authentic African girls to be in this video, bro.
Right.
Absolutely, though.
Yeah, because it's fucking fire. It's dope.
I don't know. Put the word out, man. Put the word out, because they out there. I seen a few.
I got a few like African friends, and I be hitting them up, but they be lacking, bro. If they watching this shit, y'all lacking this.
Man, we really out here representing.
Yeah, I just hope whoever watches this interview, the message I want to bring out of it is that I was tied up in some bullshit a few months ago, and I might have lost you as a fan because of that reason. And I hope somehow, some way, with my new music and all the new things I'll be doing in my career, that I can either gain you back, and if I don't gain you back, it's whatever. You know what I mean? At least listen to other people's music and still support local music.
Always support local.
And I just want to put it out there, 2020, I ain't trying to have no beef with none of you fucking rappers. I don't want anybody who even got salty from this video. If I, like the 70% whack rappers we got, we all know who you are, but we ain't gonna name you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna name you. I don't want y'all to feel salty about this. Don't come at me. Don't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to beef with nobody. Yeah, I'm just trying to be positive. You know what I mean? I'm trying to work with whoever I can work with.
Yeah.
But I also want to announce that like I'm willing to do features with rappers from Fargo for free. You know what I'm saying?
Really? That's a big announcement right there.
Yeah, I'm willing to do them for free now. I was charging people and shit, but
well, I mean, sometimes you almost have to. But if you're down for that, people need to take note.
Yeah, I just want to bring that positive energy back. You know what I'm saying? And because I had it to begin with. I just had some people cross me. And that's all. Just don't fucking cross me. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get back to some
Don't
that
fucking
real
cross
hip-hop
me.
shit.
Just keep it 100 with me, and like if you want to work with me, let's work and create the best music we can create. And so we can hopefully have more shows. You know what I'm saying?
Because the more content we got, the more
Yes.
shows we can have. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm
I feel you on
I'm
that.
willing to work with you if you're serious and if you want to make a good song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm gonna keep it real. If you send me something that's whack, I'm gonna tell you it's whack. But that doesn't mean get mad at me. That means that we're gonna keep working until we get something we like.
Man, hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Real talk.
Because that's how the professionals do it too. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? I could be Drake, and this could be Lil Wayne sitting right next to me, and I could send him something, and he can say, you know what? I'm not feeling this one. You know, and I'm gonna send him another one. So if you want to work with me, let's work. I'll do it for free, and you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Hey, for the viewers at home, where can they find you on the social medias?
On Instagram, I'm Real Crazy Flow.
Yeah.
On Facebook, I'm Crazy Flow. On Twitter, I'm Real Crazy Flow. So just Real Crazy Flow and Crazy Flow. I also got my own website, www.crazyflowmusic.com.
Check that out.
You can go on that website. I got anything you need to know about me on that website. My music, my upcoming shows, videos, everything is on that website.
I like it when people got their own websites, man. That shows that professionalism. So
yeah,
yeah, check them out.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazyflow.com.
Your baby mama's crib. No, I'm just kidding. No, I won't be there. I won't be there.
That looking like
Yeah.
y'all wilding out, man. For real.
Man, hell yeah. Hey, yo, this has been Crazy Flow on SpacePod TV. I'm your host, Palien Vasion. We got Breeze on the mix. We got LaShare behind the camera.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
so
that
much.
being said, we out.
Buy your ticket.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.
Yeah. Okay. In the 701, do it for the humans. I be on the come up, do it for the humans. And I'm making them buzz, do it for the humans. So I'm taking over, better make a note of it. In the 701, do it for the humans. I be on the come up, do it for the humans. And I'm making them buzz, do it for the humans. So I'm taking over, better make a note of it.